Good morning, Class 3. My name is Cyril Harrowick, Imperial Magus. From today onward, I shall teach your Foundations of Magic course. By now, you should all be thoroughly familiar with Magus Wendell's General Magic course. Does it feel as though everything is forbidden? But from this moment onward, in my classroom, you are invited to show your magical gifts freely. Naturally, when I say stop, I expect you display equal enthusiasm in stopping. Let us first learn who is in the room. Your name, where you come from, how your gift has manifested, and what you hope one day to do with it. 1 or 2 sentences will suffice. Anyone beginning with a great-grandfather will have it counted as an endurance examination.
Isolde Marsevin from Crownstith. I can sense stronger emotions in others, such as tension, fear, and hostility. If I later pass the appropriate placement review, I hope to study emotional perception and mental stabilization, and eventually serve in a judicial institution.
Very good. But remember first, fear is not proof of guilt, and calm is not proof of innocence.
Lucan Drelmont from Northern Rosethin. I can push objects over short distances or cause them to accelerate suddenly. I hope eventually to enter the school best suited to that gift and become an Imperial battle mage.
Then the first thing you must learn is not how to make things move.
What is it?
How to make them stop.
Subina Corvalen, warm cold respond to me most readily. I can produce a small amount of clean water and freeze the surface of smaller objects. I hope eventually to study ice houses, medicinal storage, and winter transport.
A worthy ambition. A medicinal fruit properly preserved usually outlives a beautiful display of fire.
Osric Belafort. I can perceive distance and position with some accuracy and occasionally detect irregularities within roads or rooms. My family manages relay stations and roads. I hope eventually to study spatial measurement and stable transport.
Spatial mages forever try to shorten roads, while administrators invariably find ways to lengthen forms.
Bastian Ashbourne. I can create stable flames and temporarily glass-like objects. I intend to earn placement in the elemental school, study advanced elemental construction, and become a licensed Imperial creation mage.
Ashburn, it has been some time since this academy welcomed a new student of your house. Talent may cause a name to be remembered, but it is choice that decides how it will be remembered. May you make choices worthy of your own pride, Bastin.
I shall not disappoint you, Magus.
Edda Fenric from Crownstead. I can sometimes feel stronger emotions nearby, and once managed to calm a deeply frightened customer. My family keeps a tailor's shop. I hope one day to find licensed work in a clinic or guild hall, helping people feel less afraid.
A good wish, though do not make every customer too calm.
Why not?
Some tailors need their customers to worry that the clothes will not be ready.
Pelin Mulk. My family works with brick and lime. I can create small amounts of clay, lime, and rough stone. I want to learn how to make stronger bricks so kilns do not collapse, walls remain standing.
Mr. Belafort, what did you sleep beneath last night?
A roof.
And what did you pass on your way to this classroom?
Stone walls and an arcade.
Then wishing to keep them from collapsing is hardly a foolish ambition.
My apologies. Jonas Reed from Rosedin. I can slightly change the direction of things that are rolling or flying and sometimes disperse of an impact. I would like stable work. Warehouses, bridges, or transport would all do. And perhaps I could repair my family's oven.
A repaired oven can feed people every day. There is nothing in that ambition that requires a quieter voice.
Thank you, Magus.
Mira Dallin. I can sense voids behind rock walls or floors, and sometimes perceive places where distance feels unnatural. My father once surveyed mine tunnels. I want to become a spatial surmage. At the very least, when a map marks a place as safe, it should truly be safe.
then remember this. Every line a surveyor draws may be trusted with someone's life.
Then I shall make certain it is accurate.
Good. That is the answer of a surveyor.
Nella Bren, from Orenthal, locally sponsored probationary student. Sometimes my prayers receive a response.
And what do you hope to do in the future?
I want first to learn how to use invocation properly. As for what sort of person I'll become after that, I do not know yet.
Excellent. The most honest answer in the room thus far. At least half the room knows no more than you do. They merely prepared longer sentences.
Magus, I have a question.
A question in the first lesson. My luck appears favorable.
There are 45 administrative track noble students in our year. They were sent to the Hall of Letters. Will none of them study magical principles? They possess no stable magical response. Even if they came here, they would have nothing to practice.
Lacking a stable response does not mean there is nothing to learn. They will still study axiomatic foundations without practical contact training. Mages must understand what they are re-rating. Those who govern mages must understand it as well. In addition, they will study magical law, array recognition, administrative documents, and the assignment of responsibility after magical accidents.
In other words, they learn how to manage mages.
Some will. Some may approve a mage's research, others may examine casting applications, and others may decide who bears responsibility after an accident. So before deciding that you will never need to complete a document, do not be too eager to despise them. There is one more thing you should remember now. During your introductions, several of you had already chosen your future schools. Mr. Ashbourne has even planned his profession after graduation. Unfortunately, the Academy has not yet agreed. For now, you have shown only magical responses of different kinds. Some of you can summon flame more readily, some can alter the motion of objects, while others can perceive distance or emotion, or receive an answer through prayer. During the general study period, the Academy will observe how you perceive the principles behind magic, how you influence them, and how much reaction you are able to endure. Only when those questions have been answered will placement have any meaning. The schools are merely the Academy's way of classifying and training magical gifts. They are not magic itself. So before discussing where any of you may eventually belong, we should answer a more fundamental question. Flame, motion, distance, emotion, and prayer appear entirely different. Why then do we call all of them magic? Because beneath the phenomena we can see, they are all doing the same thing. That is where we shall begin today. What happened?
The ball fell.
Very good. An expensive education often begins with a cheap observation. You saw the ball fall, heard it strike the floor, and could reach down to touch it. All that can be seen, heard, touched, or measured belongs to the manifest stratum. Flame gives light, stone falls, water runs downhill, and a person feels fear. These are manifestations.
So the manifest stratum is the world in which we ordinarily live.
More precisely, it is the part of the world directly revealed to us. And now?
You manipulated it.
That is the direction in which I was trained, not the answer.
You changed the direction of the force acting upon it.
Very good. The ball has not changed, the room has not changed, nor has gravity vanished from the world. I have merely rewritten, temporarily and within a very small area, the relationship between the ball and the direction of force. Object and position, force and motion, heat and matter, consciousness and memory. The relationships that allow manifestations to occur in a particular way belong to the axiomatic stratum.
Is the axiomatic stratum beneath the manifest stratum?
No. Do not imagine them as two floors of a building. You cannot dig through the floor and discover the axiomatic strata underneath. The manifest and axiomatic strata are two levels through which the same reality may be understood. In the manifest strata, we see the ball move upwards. In the axiomatic strata, what truly occurs is that the ball's relationship with force has been temporarily altered. Magic is the local and temporary rewriting of the axiomatic strata.
Is creating flame or glass that did not previously exist also an alteration of relationships?
Certainly. Such gifts temporarily rewrite the conditions of matter, form, and existence, making there is flame here or there is glass here locally true. When the Kafta ceases to maintain the conditions of such a creation, the creation vanishes. Now we may discuss why each of you is seated here. Magical talent does not mean that your body contains more magic than another person's. None of you has a bottle of fire sloshing behind your ribs, nor a folded road stored in your stomach. First, axiomatic perception, the ability to sense the axiomatic stratum. An ordinary person sees the ball move. Someone with a manipulation-oriented response may feel the force changing before the movement occurs. Second, axiomatic contact, the ability to connect briefly with the axiomatic stratum and influence its relationships. Perception is not the same as alteration. A person may sense the space beyond a door and yet never succeed in joining the two sides. Third, resistance tolerance, the ability to endure the reaction produced when the world is rewritten.
Are different magical tendencies distinguished only by what they can perceive?
That is the first distinction, but not the whole of it. Those inclined towards elemental responses more easily perceive matter, form, and the conditions of existence. Those inclined towards manipulation more easily perceive force, speed, and motion. Spatial inclinations commonly perceive position, distance, and boundaries. Mental inclinations perceive consciousness, emotion, memory, and attention. Invitation is more unusual. It does not simply command a relationship to change. Through words, intent, and resonance with its subject, it asks the world to respond.
Does asking produce a different result from commanding?
Sometimes the result differs. Sometimes only the road towards it is different. The scholars of the College of Invocation could argue over that sentence for an entire day. Fortunately, none of them is here today. Every act of contact asks the world to sustain a relationship it would not otherwise sustain. The world has no will, nor does it resent a mage for offending it. It simply tends to restore its existing actomockled structure, and in that respect, it dislikes an unsettled account even more than the Academy ledgers do. This tendency to restore stability and reject alteration is called world resistance. To preserve an alteration, the caster must continually opposes that resistance. The reaction returned upon the body and mind is called resistance load. Trembling, heat, ringing ears, nausea, and distorted distance may all be signs of load. Different affinities settle the account differently. This is a resistance load array. The inner ring confirms whether contact has occurred. The crystals record the load produced by that particular act of casting. The more that illuminate, the greater the load. The law may grant permission, but it cannot bear the returning load for you. Rather than hear me continue describing other people's headaches, let us allow the array to become acquainted with you. You need not prove how powerful you are. Show only the smallest response you can perform with stability. When I say stop, stop at once. If your body says it before I do, listen to your body. Mr. Ashburn, create a flame and maintain it for 5 breaths. Stop.
I can continue.
I know. That is why I told you to stop. Heat in the fingers and stiffness in the joints. Common signs of mild load in those with elemental responses. I can continue is one of the most frequently heard sentences in the Academy Infirmary. Mr. Reed, I shall release it. Do not catch it, and do not hold it in the air. Simply make it land more gently.
More gently?
Imagine that your family's freshly baked bread is beneath it. Very good. What do you feel?
My forearm is tingling. The sounds around me seem very far away.
Manipulation-oriented responses often affect the sense of force, balance, and hearing first. A small alteration and an accurate result. For manipulation magic, that is a very good beginning. Miss Dalen, do not move your feet and reach for it.
I cannot reach it.
I know.
Then how am I supposed to touch it?
Do not think about how. Think of only one thing. It should be a little closer.
I touched it.
You briefly shortened a small portion of the distance between yourself and its rim. What feels wrong?
The wall seemed to move farther away. No, it is normal again.
The load of spatial magic often affects distance judgment first. Your eyes were not mistaken. Your mind had not yet fully accepted that the distance had returned. Miss Bren, it is still alive, though badly deprived of water. Use the manner most familiar to you and ask only that the life still present within it be held a little more steadily.
Let what is weary be granted one more breath.
What do you feel?
Nothing.
Headache? Trembling? Tightness in the chest? Any change in hearing or vision?
None.
An alteration did occur, yet the array detected no sufficiently clear returning load. Feeling nothing does not mean there was no cost. The cost may simply lie beyond what this array can measure. Do not attempt it again today. You have now seen that even mild resistance load may manifest very differently across different magical tendencies and individuals. Calm does not necessarily mean safety, and intensity does not necessarily mean strength. At the first sign of anything unusual, inform your teacher at once. It is not weakness, it is clarity. Before I let you go, I have prepared a rather interesting exercise for you. Observe an ordinary phenomena. A closing door, flowing water, or a falling crumb will suffice. Write what you observe in the manifest stratum, then propose which relationships in the axiomatic stratum allow it to occur. Observe only. Do not cast upon it.
Why are you looking only at me?
Experience.
Bren? There is a seat here.
Thank you.
Is that all you are having? You may go back for more stew.
I shall start with these. If it is not enough, I can take more.
When I first arrived, I was always afraid of taking too much. Then my brother told me that we could go back for more bread and stew. It has been half a month, and I am still not accustomed to it. There is meat in the stew, the bread is fresh every day, and today there is even fruit. At home, we would only have this many different things on the table during a festival.
The Academy dining hall has always been good. Today's stew is decent as well, though the carrots are overcooked.
I did not notice.
Because you scarcely chewed.
That seedling earlier, I watched its leaves unfold again with my own eyes, and it still scarcely feels real.
I didn't know what would happen either. Still numb?
Only a little.
You have checked it 4 times since we left the classroom.
I only wanted to make sure it was actually fading.
It has been fading the entire time. Your worry is the only thing that remains.
I never knew numbness in the arm could be world resistance. I thought I was merely too nervous.
Both remain possible.
My family keeps a bakery. The first time my gift manifested, the oven fire nearly struck my father.
Did you save him?
In a way, I redirected the flames into the chimney. But my brother is far more talented. He is a third-year student and has already earned placement in the manipulation school. He can already manipulate his own movement directly.
The one who flew across the courtyard and struck the wall some days ago? I believe I saw him.
He merely had not mastered the stopping part. He travelled a considerable distance.
I could tell. In the end, the wall had to stop him.
What about you? Why do you want to survey mines?
My father was once a tunnel surveyor. Once he discovered that a tunnel might collapse. The manager refused to halt the work. Later, it did collapse.
Was your father all right?
He survived, but he refused to sign the accident report and lost his position.
Was the report false?
The report said that no one could have known the tunnel would collapse. That is why I want to understand a space and documents. Sometimes the empty space on a page is more dangerous than the void inside a mine.
You are from Orenthal, are you not?
Yes,
How did you come to the academy?
through a magistrate sponsorship. My mother is unwell. Someone believed that if I came to the academy, she might receive better care.
Is your mother in Crownister now?
Yes.
That is good. She is not too far from you. Do you have any brothers or sisters?
No.
Having an elder brother is wonderful. Tobias always saved the best piece of bread for me when we were young. After entering the academy, he even left me his old books and uniform.
Jonas,
What is it?
has your brother learned how to stop yet?
Of course he has. At least he says he has.
Then one of you brothers ought to learn it properly.
Learn what?
When to stop.
Sorry, I was talking too much.
It is all right. You simply care a great deal about your brother.
Sometimes, at other times, I am merely worried he may collide with something again.
Then it appears he has not quite learned after all.
That is hot.
The hot drink has heated the cup. That is the result we can observe in the manifest strata.
And the axiomatic strata?
Heat passed from the drink to the cup, and then from the cup to your hand.
So elemental magic can change how heat moves?
Presumably. We have not learnt how to change it yet, only how to observe it.
Could this count for Magus Harek's assignment?
It would only count as a beginning.
Then shall we look at the courtyard fountain after we eat? The water is always moving. It should be easier to observe.
All 3 of us.
Of course.
Fine. But we each write our own observations.
Then we shall go when we have finished.
Manifest stratum. Water flows from a higher place to a lower one.
There is also water pressure, the shape of the stone basins, and the obstacles that redirect the flow. If one of those relationships changed, the manifestations would change with it.
What are you looking at?
No one.
Bastion. Stable response, good control, but unwilling to stop in time. Jonas Reed. Mild load and a very small field of alteration, but sufficiently precise. Mira Dahlan. Contact with distance established. The alteration succeeded, though its extent was uncontrolled. Mild delay in distance judgment, resolved shortly. Keen instinct, but no method as yet. Recommended for early foundational training in spatial magic. Axiomatic alteration confirmed. Clear manifestation. Stable response. Full restoration. Stable result. Yet the recorded returning load is almost negable. Where did the cost go?